Thank you, Ms. Hecht, and our Ithaca High School Orchestra. Will the audience please stand for the singing of the national anthem? After the national anthem, we'll ask that you remain standing for the Ithaca High School alma mater, Our Ithaca, composed by our very own IHS graduate, Michael Stern.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Far beneath the pathways of Cornell and the college high up on South Hill, there lies a school in Ithaca where the youngest minds are filled with inspiring words and knowledge, innovation, creativity. So much to learn from Ithaca. Education is our creed. Our Ithaca, diverse yet unified. Our Ithaca, we stand and sing with pride. For our love of friendships made here, and the dreams we've yet to see unfold. Our hearts belong to Ithaca, and the future still untold. We will always love our Ithaca, the home of red and gold, the red and gold.
Thank you, Ms. Zariski, and our Ithaca High School Choir. You may be seated. A few notes before we begin. If you'd notice the exit signs in the back of the arena, that's where we would exit in the event of an emergency. Also, please note that there's a photo taking area on the choir risers to the right of the stage. So on this side, my stage left, your stage right, is where we're going to do the pictures this evening. This is important. Listen carefully. One family member is welcome to take a photo of his or her graduate crossing the stage, but we ask that you please return immediately to your seat once the graduate has left the stage. Please allow all graduates to proceed immediately from the stage to the diploma table, which is the white table with Ms. Blake at it. If you'll notice, we don't have a lot of space up here, and this is a ceremony to recognize everybody, and if we roll through that way, everybody will get their pictures. Fair enough? How many? One. Thank you. And I thank you very much in advance as we begin this evening. So welcome. Welcome to the 140th Ithaca High School Commencement. You can applause. On stage with us this evening are our Board of Ed members, Rob Ainsley, Brad Granger, Eldred Harris, Chris Malcolm, Judy Maxwell, Jay True, Pat Waslu. On behalf of Ithaca High School, I want to thank each one of you for your dedication and efforts that you make towards Ithaca High School and supporting us and helping us achieve this. So I thank you very much. Seniors, if we could thank our Board of Education members. Also, thanks to Virginia Scarpino and Megan Libis for providing sign language interpreting for tonight's ceremony. They're over on your stage left. Before we go on in the program, I'd like to take a moment of silence to recognize a member of the IHS class of 2015 who's no longer with us, John Kozak. John passed away shortly before his senior year began. He was a kind and wonderful person who was close to many of our graduates, and though he's not here to celebrate with us, we carry him this evening as a member of the class of 2015. At this time, I'd like to take that moment of silence, please. Thank you. Families, you probably noticed each senior carrying a book this evening. Maybe you haven't seen them carry a book all week, but they've certainly carried a book this evening. These books have been donated by the Family Reading Partnership in the class of 2015. As they approach the stage this evening, each of our seniors will pass down a book and a personalized message to incoming kindergartners. In this way, seniors can welcome our newest and youngest students to the Ithaca City School District and encourage them to have a love for reading. I'd like to ask the senior class to show us their Pages for the Ages. Let's see them. It gives me great pleasure to introduce our first speaker this evening. He's my friend, he's your friend. Speaking for the Ithaca High School class of 2015 will be one of our student representatives to the Board of Education. I'd like to ask Mr. Connor Coots to come forward. So Connor, one last time. You ready? Mm-hmm. And now, here's Connor's Corner.
Here it is, 350 brilliant red robes, all looking up at me, waiting to get their diplomas and flee. But first, we must stay idle like sea stars and reflect on who we really are. For 40 years, 1401 North Cayuga Street is where we would meet and greet, groan and moan, learn and concern, walk and talk, and discover each other. Perhaps you enjoyed your time in the classroom and you liked to zoom through the coursework. AP Psych was hype, AP Chem was a gem, and you went through AP Human Geo like a torpedo. And sometimes that gigantically colossal and consistently stressful course load came down on you like a ton of bricks, and between your Spanish test, your AP test, your road test, your math test, and which Game of Thrones character are you test, you felt a little cramped in the world of high standards. Or maybe a class like Honors Advanced Study Hall or Accelerated Lunch would have been fab for you. Despite the amount of enthusiasm or effort we each put into our schoolwork, we got here today, and that is something to be proud of. And whether it was help on math homework or help on emotional stability, take it from the experts. Don't be shy about asking for help. Doesn't mean you're weak, but it only means you're wise. The class of 2015 has been surely social, talented on Twitter, igniting Instagram, and securing Snapchat. Maybe too social at times, perhaps focusing on hashtags when we should have been focusing on irregular verbs, or taking selfie number 67 when we should have been conquering problem number 67. And we had our fair share of challenges at the school as well. So maybe the bathrooms didn't always work. Maybe the internet had you so frustrated it really put the why in Wi-Fi. But consider all our facilities issues and think of our favorite one, the Ithaca High School pool. We griped, harped, and shuddered before we dared flutter kick, pencil diver, breaststroke. The chlorine and cleanliness were mysterious to some. The hassles of dressing up, down, in and out, and the hair issues caused a commotion. But consider this perspective. Our swimming athletes have to swim in the good old pool practically every day and still manage to be stellar, astounding, and undefeated. A lesson to take away from such an event is maybe you don't have it so bad. And down the road, put yourself in other folks' shoes, and your perspective just might radically change. When it comes to extracurriculars, a Roy Orbison song comes to mind. No, not only the lonely, but you got it. Anything you want, you got it. Our athletic teams put their blood, sweat, tears, time, money, might, and being into the respective sports and rock stadiums, mats, fields, pools, lakes, and courts, parading through Section 4s, stacks, states, and nationals like the prowess-filled geniuses they are, showing the commitment and sheer talent of what it historically means to be a Little Red athlete. And in activities from the TSA to the GSA, the work produced in our competitive clubs were impressive to say the least. From mock trial to Model UN, back around to the rock-hard brain team, our club squads were victorious, going up and down our own country, strutting their stuff. Each one of you who have contributed to a club should be proud of yourselves and the things you have accomplished there. And wasn't it Henry Petrosky who uttered the famous words, "Science is about knowing, engineering is about doing." Those in text-related clubs, such as Code Red Robotics, put forth talents that I could never possibly comprehend and succeeded at it famously, creating and sustaining an empire of robot-building professionals. And don't even get me started on our music program. Whether you're a fine artist, a performing artist, or any other artist, Ithaca High School gave you the medium to perform, able to have the personnel and culture to hold a great music program, dominating theater, musicals, and NYSSMA with great harmony. Or maybe you were that kid who didn't do a club, and that, of course, is your right. For your personality, despite being in an extracurricular or not, shows whether you were good at deer hunting or fencing. You did you, and that's what counted, and that will count for years to come. Our culture at school went beyond being in a clique or school involvement, but into plain originality and some commonalities, such as, on any given Tuesday, triangular boxes filled trash cans, tables, tote bags, and eager hands in celebration of Papa John's Dollar Slice Tuesday. Whether you turned up in H Courtyard or in the library or couldn't wait to get out of school, you were you, and that's what counts. Being unique is something to be proud of. Going on to face the world at that Ivy League across the hill, or the Ivy League in the next state, or the SUNY downstate, or the military, the community college, the workforce, the gap year, or the we'll let the cards land where they may. It doesn't matter where you go, or what that diploma says on it when you graduate college, or if you graduate at all, but that you did well in whatever you wanted to do. Don't let the world give you too much flack. Don't take things too personally. Always remember to laugh and take care of your body, for there will be a day to come where your own health will be the only thing that matters to you. I'll end with a few cliche quotes, the first from William Shakespeare. Love all, trust a few, do wrong to none. And another from a very different kind of poet, Kanye West. If you have the opportunity to play this game of life, you need to appreciate every moment. A lot of people don't appreciate the moment until it's past. Thank you, class of 2015. It has been and will continue to be extraordinary.
Well, that was the last Connor's Corner. That was all right. That was all right. Thank you, Connor. I now invite Senior Class Vice President Ravi Lal to address his class.
Hi there, my name is Ravi. I've been the class vice president for 2 years now. I'm going to start by thanking everyone, the parents, the esteemed administrators, faculty over there, everyone for coming out tonight. Graduates too, I guess. Thanks for coming. And I'd personally like to thank Mr. Melander for letting me speak tonight. I hope he doesn't regret it too much. To all the teachers, Albert Einstein said, "It is the supreme art of the teacher to awaken joy and creative expression, to awaken joy in creative expression and knowledge." Well, I can certainly say that my joy has been awakened. I only got to know 23 of you over the last 4 years, and I'd actually like to ask, if you ever taught me or ever interacted with me in any way, could you please stand up? No? Okay. Sit back down. Yeah. Sorry for disrupting the class, but I'd just like to thank you so much. You've really taught me the culture of excellence that we had at the school. You've given me so many memories, from Mr. Torrey spilling saliva all over lab bench 1, to Madam Bowman giving me the death glare for forgetting to speak French in French class, all the way to Mr. Save karate chopping 2 pieces of wood that were screwed together to break them apart, but he karate chopped them right on the screw. It was really fun. You have my, and I'm sure the class's, sincerest apologies and thank yous for the education you provided us. Now, I went to my brother's graduation at Cayuga Heights Elementary School earlier this week, and I got to see all these parents that were super excited about seeing their kids move up to middle school. And I've got to be honest, I don't remember my middle school or elementary school graduations at all. Like, they didn't really mean much to me. So I started thinking, why do people care so much about graduation? To quote my brother from earlier today, why do people even care about graduation? It's stupid. This was because he was going to miss the NBA draft. But it's a good question. Why do we care? And I mean, I think the answer is a lot of people do care, and it's because it means something deep down. I was pulling my cap and gown out of the bag yesterday, and on the tag, there was a little tag that said, "Make a difference" on it. And my first thought was, wow, that's kind of cheesy. But then my second thought was, wow, this cap and gown company wants me to make a difference. I must be pretty important because I'm graduating. And then I realized that graduation is more than just moving on to the next thing. It's moving out. It's moving out into a world you don't know. And I mean more than just moving out of your parents' house. All you've got is yourself and the education that you've received at these schools for the last 13 years. So as we part ways, I'll leave you with a line from hit reggae singer and visionary Jimmy Cliff. "You can get it if you really want, but you must try, try and try, try and try." Thank you.
Thank you, Ravi. Now speaking as our senior class president, Ms. Carrie Dupree.
Thank you. Good evening, friends, families, teachers, and administrators, and of course, fellow graduates. I am Carrie Dupree, and it is an honor to be a member of and address Ithaca High School's graduating class of 2015. Being a graduate of this class is an identity that not only I will carry, but one that each and every one of us will share forever. I would like to start by thanking everyone who is present. I cannot go name by name, but it is so beautiful how many people are here to share in this special evening. Capturing the past 4 years at IHS is it's difficult when you only have, what'd you say, Mr. Melander, 47 minutes? Is that right? But we will all take away our own memories. As it is said, there will be many things in life that will catch your eye, but only a few will catch your heart. Pursue those. High school gives us a taste of what's out there, It is fun to join clubs, make music, play sports, discover hobbies, and along the way, make lasting relationships with so many interesting people. Oh yeah, and go to class. High school helps us begin to realize what we truly love doing. So going forward, I say follow your bliss with a passion. Whatever adventure you are off to next, make sure to keep taking risks, play on the edge, and continue to follow your bliss. If you want something you have never had, you have to do what you have never done. Do things that scare you. This is how, as a class, we will continue to grow, continue to learn, and continue to contribute to our communities, making a positive difference in the world. Who was it who said, "It is not enough to know what is right unless you are strong enough to do it. And it is not enough to learn the truth unless you learn to live it." Live life to the fullest and continue to follow your bliss. You are not imprisoned by your circumstances, your setbacks, or your history. You are not what happened to you. You are freed by your choices. So choose your own freedom, live impeccably, and make your responsible choices, ones that will continue to give our class pride. Class of 2015, I am so proud to be a member of this class. Thank you for your time, thank you for your love, and thank you for your support of our class. It's been fun, it's been real. Keep on keeping on. I love you all. And remember, keep calm and don't forget to be awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Now, I'd like to introduce to you all tonight's commencement speaker. It is no surprise to me that our class chose Mr. Michael Reif to speak this evening. The amount of dedication Mr. Reif has shown to Ithaca High School, his colleagues, and his students over his years here is inspiring. Mr. Reif is a one-of-a-kind professor, a one-of-a-kind film buff, with a one-of-a-kind dressing attire. Please give a warm welcome to the one-of-a-kind Mr. Michael Reif.
So I early on asked Mr. Melander if he could set up a big screen behind me. And I was going to do so like a TED Talk, but then I'd trick him and we'd watch like the first 10 minutes of Wall-E, but no screen. I also want to say before I begin these prepared remarks that in the audience today I do have my absolutely loving wife and my two wonderful parents, my mother and father, who, without them, I would not be the person nor teacher I am today. So. And especially, guys, always thank your mother. All right. So, first of all, thank you so much, Class of 2015, for asking me to speak here. This is a really wonderful, wonderful honor. We've heard a lot of quotes already tonight, and it seems like you should begin with one, or maybe a joke. I'm not very good at preparing jokes, so I decided to go against that. But my favorite author, Kurt Vonnegut, right? Slaughterhouse-Five and Cat's Cradle. He also was really into commencement speeches. He also went to Cornell. And so I found one of his, the best one I could find. And he said once, everybody knows that the dumbest people in any American school are in the English department. So, so there's that. I'd also note my age, though, right? I turned 29 2 days ago. So I'm not that much older than you, right? I was in your position graduating from high school only about a decade ago. So I don't know too much about how to be great, right? Oftentimes these things are about achieving greatness, and I'm sure many of you will, but I can't really speak to that. I know a few of these things. I know a few things about how to be good, how to be a good person, how to help people, and maybe not as much as I would like, and maybe I'll get to that later, okay? But I'm going to instead shares something that I am fairly certain on, which is how to be happy. Right? As some of you know, Carrie also informed you, I like to watch movies once in a while. I recently saw for the first time a movie called Groundhog's Day. It stars Bill Murray. Okay. It's about a weatherman, and he's a jerk. He's a jerk to his cameraman. He's a jerk to his producer, who's really nice. He's a jerk to his audience. He phones in a lot of his work. By this point, he's very famous. And he's a jerk, honestly, to himself. You know? But one day he goes to report on Puxatawny Phil, okay, the groundhog that comes out and he sees a shadow. He decides if we're going to have weather. And he goes to report. He's a jerk that day, too. And then he goes to sleep. And then the next day he wakes up, and it's the same day. Everything's the same. And he does the same thing. He's a little confused at first, reports on Puxatawny Phil, goes to bed, wakes up, it's the same day. Over and over. And somehow everyone else doesn't notice it but him. So he soon realizes, hey, I can do anything I like. Everything I do is going to be reset the next day. So he starts blowing off work, and he starts eating whatever he wants, and recklessly driving. But soon he realizes, this isn't what makes me happy. So he starts to try some other things. He starts playing the piano, starts reading French poetry, he starts helping people in need, and he, of course, starts falling for that nice producer. Right? Along the way, though, he doesn't just get to be happy. He figures out who he really is. He's not a jerk. He's someone who really enjoys the arts and wants to help people. And of course, he loves that producer in the end. But we don't have that luxury, right? We can't keep reliving the same day safely knowing we have all the time we need to figure things out. We have college or work or just life coming up down the rails. So how can we figure out how to be happy? How can we figure out what makes us tick? First of all, here's something I'm sure all of you have loved for the past 4 years, right? It's a rubric. It's a rubric. I especially love this rubric because it goes up to 95, okay? You can't get 100 on this thing, just 95. I think that's awesome. We all roll our eyes at this kind of document, right? What box do we fit into? Am I satisfactory in one way, developing? Am I a master in another? But first of all, let's remember something, right? We all have rubrics, even if we don't admit it. The movies we choose to see versus the ones we don't. The clothes we decide to buy. The food we choose to eat. We all have our own rubrics, so these things are actually worthwhile when we think about that at a personal level. But here's the real point here. When you get out of here and you go to college or work or wherever you're going, these aren't going away. Right? Your professors will have them. Your boss will definitely have them for you. So what do? Right? It's hard to be happy with one of these hanging over your head day after day, year after year. Well, let's look at this. I mean, this is the 95, but what's over here? Right? Beyond the 95, beyond the 100. That's what you got to hit first. You need to exceed the rubric. You got to break the rubric. Do what it asks for and more and go beyond it. Now, why? Because once you've done that, not only hit the highest mark, but gone beyond what's expected, you open up some space. You do more than what people expect, want, and need, and then it's your time. What's left is yours. Truly, nobody can touch it. You've exceeded the rubric. Think about this. You're in bed listening to some music. You've got some chores to do, but you'll get them done. You always do. I get them done, Mom. Don't worry. She comes in. Your mom comes in. Did you take out the garbage? Not yet. You know I always do. There's some back and forth. There's some nagging. But that's life, right? But what about this? Your mom comes in. You take out the garbage? Yeah. I also washed the car and mowed the lawn and cooked a turkey and taught the dog how to read. Okay? Now your mom is backing out the door slowly. Whoa, Jimmy's been busy. Let's give him some space. Jimmy's earned that space. And that's the space you're looking for. You made that. You exceeded the rubric, and nobody can touch that, or at least they shouldn't. And as a bonus, you don't have to worry for a little bit. You know you've done what's expected and more. You aren't just treading water, getting it done as it comes. You're ahead, way ahead. So now when you relax, it's your time, totally yours. There's nothing in the back of your mind lessening that free time, diluting it with worry. Maybe use that time to run, really run, push yourself. Maybe you watch a movie. Heck, maybe you go out and save the whales. Who knows? But it's your time. You do what you want, and that's a good thing. That's happiness. But remember, you aren't thinking about what you're going to do next. You're way beyond that, so you're doing what you love, and your mind is also free to really enjoy what you're doing. But also free just to think, why do I like this? What does it say about me that I'm doing this thing that I supposedly love? Is this even what I want to be doing? Is there something else? In that free, open, beyond the rubric space, you get to not just be happy, but figure out some other stuff about yourself, right? As Socrates said, an unexamined life is not a life worth living. So once you've gotten that space, you can examine that life, and that's also pretty great. But there's one more step, really. Once you've exceeded the rubric and figured out what you really love to do and you learn a bit about yourself, I've learned that the best thing to top it all off is share what makes you happy. Share it. Run with someone you like. Watch a movie with your cat. Get your friends to save the whales with you. Right? And don't just share it, but teach it. It's been a rich pleasure to teach you for the past 3 years, the ones I've been lucky enough to teach. Literature, writing, film, when you teach something, you share it, but you also understand it more deeply, more richly. I love the novel 1984 now more because I read it with you, experienced it with you. The same watching The Prestige or Slumdog Millionaire, on and on. We enjoy things more when we deeply share them. So that's the path. I've seen it work. It's hard work at first, really hard work, but it pays off. And it's the kind of happiness that is yours. It's not mixed up with other problems of life. It's separate, a separate happiness for you and who you choose to share it with. But I also said that I could maybe say something about how to be good. Not great. Greatness is for you to figure out, but good. And what I say is this. You've, in the future, figured out how to exceed the rubric. You've got what makes you happy. You've shared it, maybe even taught it. That'll be happiness. But to be a good person, turn to the person that matters the most to you and ask, what makes you happy? And help them get there. It's been my pleasure teaching you, class of 2015. I came to Ithaca 3 years ago, and many of you were the first students I taught. You were wonderful then. I taught some of you again this year, and many of you for the first time. Teaching makes me happy, and books and movies, and I got to share a lot of that with you. For that, I say thank you. But I also got to know a lot of you, got to see you grow, see you begin to become who you will be. I know some of you are future leaders, some are great thinkers and great athletes. But I know this, all of you can exceed the rubric. All of you can carve out your own space. Find your happiness and share your happiness and learn something about yourself. All of you can do this, and I hope you will. Once again, I appreciate the opportunity you've given me. I wish you success, I wish you happiness, and I wish you peace. Class of 2015, class dismissed.
Once again, thank you, Mr. Reif. Thank you very much. Now the IHS Choir will perform A New World by Jason Robert Brown. Please welcome back Miss Kristen Zariski and the IHS Choir.
Second, and just when you're on the verge of success, the sky starts to change and the wind starts to blow. And oh, you're suddenly a stranger. There's no explaining where you stand. You didn't know that you sometimes have to go round an unexpected bend, and the road will end. A new world calls for me to follow. A new world waits for my reply. A new world holds me to a promise. Standing by. It's about one moment. The moment you think you know where you stand. From that one moment, the things that you're sure of slip from your hand. That 1 second to try to be clear, to try to stand tall, but nothing's the same. And the wind starts to blow. No, you're suddenly a stranger in some completely
Could I ask that the graduating class of 2015 please stand? I'd like to invite Superintendent Brown to join me at the podium, please. Dr. Brown, the members of the Ithaca High School class of 2015 have met the requirements for a diploma as specified by the New York State Board of Regents and the Ithaca Board of Education. Would you please accept and address the graduating class at this time?
Mr. Trumbull, with pleasure, I accept this class for graduation. You may be seated. Class of 2015. Across many measures, you are the highest achieving class in the history of the Ithaca City School District. That's real. You've been inspirational. You've inspired questions. You've inspired a question that I've been asked many times over the last week. Typically, superintendents, I'm asked, what are you going to do next? How are you going to do it? How fast are you going to get there? This week, I've been asked often by folks, how will you sustain this? How will we keep this going? People don't ask me that very often. You inspired that question. And just like you have inspired a question that's rather unique, I want you to know from the bottom of my heart, you've inspired my response this week. You see, how we sustain this, how this keeps going, it's what you've already taught us. You've taught us to love. You see, I've been walking around with this balled up piece of paper for a year now because of how you've inspired me. And it's not that just that emotional type of love, but it's a deeper level of love that you've taught us all so much about. That includes 8 principles that I read every day. Patience, kindness, being trustful, unselfish, truthful, forgiving, dedicated, and humble. See, when I read those words, I think of you every day. And when I look out here, Sammy, Alex True, is there a person more kind or more patient than Alex True? Sophia, the most dedicated student I've ever met, who said, I'm going to be the best student in the country, and she is. Connor Bonnywell, getting back on the field and back in the classroom after suffering injuries that none of us even want to look at on camera. Melly, you see, I remember my first week in Ithaca. Your daddy, in his special kind of way, walked up to me at my house and said, you know, you're babysitting her tonight. And I remember thinking to myself, I've only been here a week. He doesn't know me that well. That's a lot of trust. I knew nothing about trust until the day I left to go to a board meeting, rushing, and I left you at the house and said, you're the babysitter for my 2 babies. You see, y'all have taught us a lot about what it's like to love. I could go around, and I know all of your names. I could tell a story about each and every one of you and how you've taught me and all of the adults up here something. This school district will be different without you next year. It will only continue this culture of excellence if we continue to do the things you've taught us so well, and that's to love. One of the things I've learned in my time here in Ithaca is that when you love this school district and when you love this city, it will love you back. Congratulations, class of 2015.
Thank you, Dr. Brown. And I invite board member Mr. Jay True and fellow parent of a senior joining me to address the class of 2015. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Principal Trumbull. I'll be short, I'm last. Welcome parents, friends, teachers, staff, and fellow board members of the Ithaca City School District, but most importantly, welcome to the Ithaca High School graduating class of 2015. As mentioned, my name is Jay True, and it has been my pleasure to have served on the Board of Education of the Ithaca City School District for the last 9 years. For the class of 2015, that would be when you began the 4th grade. Tonight, I am representing your Board of Education to impart a very short message, and then I'll sit down. Your Board of Education has been directing the Ithaca City School staff and teachers to prepare you, the class of 2015, to be career and college ready. I'll repeat that. The mission has been to prepare you to be career and college ready. Well, tonight we recognize all of you in the class of 2015 as having accomplished this goal. In today's world, it's expected that you will have many different jobs or even careers. Many of these jobs and careers haven't even been created yet. But your success here at Ithaca High School has given you the skills necessary to be a lifelong learner, allowing you to step into the opportunities that will be presented to you and that interest you. I know that your journey through 13 years of public education was not without its challenges. But tonight we are with the people that know you best: family, classmates, friends, teachers, and staff, to recognize that you have completed a difficult program of academics in one of the best high schools in New York State and one of the best schools in the country. Because you have met this challenge and succeeded, my message to you is, you are prepared. At the beginning of the school year, your principal, Mr. Trumbull, gave a talk to parents and caregivers about the importance of believing in someone. Mr. Trumbull spoke of the positive difference it makes when someone tells you that they believe in you and what you can do. Class of 2015, your family, friends, and teachers believed in you for 13 years. Leave here with confidence, knowing that you are prepared. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. True. And now comes the moment we've been waiting for. I will now ask the senior class to come forward to receive your diplomas.
That's fine. You ready? Okay. Welcome, class of 2015. We'd like to start by recognizing our class officers. Carrie Dupree, Class President. Ravi Lal, Class Vice President. Francis Alani, Class Treasurer. Eva McClafferty, Class Secretary. Nabila Amir Abdallah. Angelique Olivia Alex. Nazifa Alifia. Mary Ann Allen. Nellie Sherry Allen. Shelby Lynn Allen. Hamilton Douglas Allport. Raphael Moses Amsili. Keelan Faye Andrews. Christopher Emmanuel Bach. Theodore John Bauer. Kiara Bean. Caroline Betu Breto. Elora Catherine B. Kraft. Joel Benedict. Kathleen Jenna Benedict. Alexander Bergman. Christina Bevia. Andrew Bezerganian. Cher Blue. Nicholas Julian Frank Bogle Burrows. Hannah Kertu Bollinger. Connor Daniel Bonowell. Sophia Lynn Lokalani Boucher. Pavel Alexandrovich Bolt. Rowan Joseph Box. Jake Bristol. Sophie Catherine Britton. Robin Lee Broadbent. Samantha Janine Brown. Rachel Bump. Cameron David Burbank. Jenna Berger. Richard Lawrence Burke. Kiara Byron. Salco Chamo. Lucas Gabriel Canellis. Nicholas Cancalosi Dean. Madeline Claire Carlisle. Lauren Marie Carr. April Juliana Carroll. Ruth Castillo. Samwise Clayton Kayward. Oscar Javier Chapman. Amara Che. Amy Beth Chevallard. Lindsay Chung. Dominique Attore Cicchetti. Adriana Haley Yanning Clark. Cole Michael Clemens. Hannah Nadia Cohn-Manick. Sarah Beata Cohn-Manick. Janelle Lynn Coleman. Rebecca Marie Cook. Dominique Nicole Cooper. Connor Coots, student rep to the school board. Aaliyah Kaylin Cowie. Maeve Ledley Cragen. Damani Crichton. Anastasia Louise Crossan. Joel Alajeles Cuevas Marte. Sky Cusack Miller. Kyla Renee Davis. Noah Benjamin Davis. Tassim Isaiah Kareem Davis. Thomas Charles Davis. Kat DeGear. Ellie Jean Delorme Novakowski. Amber Delatsang. Lily Delatsang. Claire Alexandra Derry. Andrew Dev. Samantha Lynn Deedle. Christopher Thomas DiNapoli.
Ava Sabrina Dodge. Mitchell Doney. Kevin Dong. Zachary Elias Dorn. Daniel James Dracup. Pierce Desmond Durley. Ailea Naisa Edwards. Noah Ronan Elman. Kevin Patrick English II. Raquela Irene Enslow. Daniel John Erickson. Lilia Fernanda Escobedo. Aaron Christopher Ewell Malcolm. Nicholas Martin Ivanovsky. Gabriel Fraser Falk. Lucy Kai Fen. Laura Ruth Fegley. Wyatt Hudson Flanders. Jelani Fontañez. Trisha Marie Fox. Max Gaeta. Gayatri Ganison. Caitlin Sarah Garbo. Askath Garg. Garrett Giles. Eleanor Ruth Glenn. Grayson Salmon Klobitz. Mateo Gonzalez. Colleen Marie Gorski. Serenity Graves Malone. Kaylee Monet Grover. Ruben Niels Gustafson. Derek Anthony Hall. Silver Bell Hall Sutterby. Devante Antonio Harden Williams. Richard Owen Hartman. Dylan Hartung. Elmadin Hassani. Madeline Camille House. Hunter Lee Hazelton. Leah Heath. Joshua Benjamin Hector. Khalil Hendel. Katie Katie Elora Henderson. Rory Catherine Henderson. Harrison Richard Hensley. Sydney Herman. I gotta get help. Sierra Mae Hicks. Nicholas Herschel. Brenna Saray Huglin. Allison Claire Holsworth. Julia Evans Holsworth. JC Hollander. Levante Javar House. Stephanie Helen Hoyt. Kevin Huang. Austin Tyler Hubble. Marciana Elizabeth Huddle. Aisha Marie Hussein. Aiden Michael Intaman. Esther Jumin Jian. Cameron Charles Jessup. Whoa. Andrew Jin. Paige Marie Johnson. Thomas Robert Johnson. Zachary Stephen Johnson. Brianna Teresa Johnston. Carver Jackson Jordan. Evan Jordan. Megan Elizabeth Jordan.
Clara Louise Carasturi. Diana Wynn Kelly. Alexandra Lynn Kiltz. Dogun Kim. Glenn Kim. Quintina Jacqueline Knight. David Paul Korb. Julian L. Corfine. Trevor Michael Crite. You did it, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Cecile Eddie Kerman Browning. David Scott Landsman. Roger Joseph Lance. Congratulations. Leah Rachel Larson. Congratulations. Philip James Larson. Congratulations. Isaac Thomas Lawson Hughes. Rosella Mariah Lee. Sangun Lee. Jenny Lee. Yay, Jenny. Matthew Shin Lin. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Haley Ann Little. Jesse Lindley Liu. Victor Liu. Diego Lopez Crane. Got to order.
They put me first.
Joseph Frederick Logaball. Yay!
Thank you so much.
Melissa Aldridge Lopinto. James Hoagie Liu. Dashiell Liam Lynch. Yeah. Louis Angel Maiorino. Benjamin Max Molina. Raysana Regine Malone. Kyle Richard Maloney. Anna Rebecca Marcus Hecht. Jacob Taylor Markwart. Emily Juliana Marte. Cassandra Ray Martin. Christopher Lee Martin. Claudia Ayesa Marube. Connor James McAllister. Narissa Barishabut McCarty. Joseph Edward A.K. McCord. Damas McCullough. Caitlin McCullough. Emma Claire McKeever. Tigran Marabian. Kaylee Anna Mello. Sammy Savion Meminger. Honor Jaswant Singh Meyerhoff. Shanice Tony Middleton Lee. Justin James Milner. Aja Min. Ellie Jean O'Connell Mirren. Thomas Joseph Mesh. Margaret Emily Mojo. Casper Aubrey Molina. Deja Lene Myers. Shannon Danielle Newby. Callie Ann Newman. Neil Robert Nicholson. Ariel Elizabeth Noren. Catherine Margaret Nunnink. Julian Christopher Ota. Congratulations. Melissa Lisette Oliver. Amir Omar. Jade Marley Osachi.
Catherine Nan Paybody. Alexander Nobusawa Pakan. Doyun Pak. Jae Young Park. Duncan Levi Patwell. Melanie Joycelyn Peacock. John Robert Peterson. Jane Elise Phillipson. Samuel George Vitale Phillips. Thomas Edwin Vanya Phillips. Elliot Asplin Place. Emily Margaret Powers. Reuben Bear Rappaport. Megan Neal Riley. Elise Catherine Reynolds. Zachary Christopher Ricci. Zachary Ryan Rice. Paul Arthur Roger. Adriana Ines Rosa Padro. Olivia Francis Rosenberg. Finn Hamilton Rosenfeld. Rosalie Wynn Ross. Winter Dong Lee Royce Roll. Cheyenne Nicole Rubio. James Paul Anthony Rudin. William Anthony Rudin. Colin Brian Salerno.
It's been great.
Yes, it has. Olivia Virginia Solomon. Neha Saluja. Madeline Maureen Samus. Tansy Itzel Sanchez. Vibhav Narasimhan Santhanam. Ella Kate Sarakan. Avala Jo Schickel. Yella Hilka Shukin. Cannon Shaw. Eliza Trudy Sherwin. Sophia Shi. Colin James Shippos. Maximilian Christopher Shuhan. Cassandra Seidel. Aaron Bush Simmons. Laurel Emily Simon. Jean Edasian Senyo Sinon. Luke Edaje Seda Sinon. Eric Walter Edward Sinton. Thomas Christopher Sipple. Alex Barami Sisaphone. Patrick William Skalski. Ethan Bushberg Scott. James Hyun-Soo Slusar. Brittany Nicole Smith. Joyce Sung-Suk Smith. Kevin McCartney Smith. Melody Catherine Smith. Mitchell Duke Smith. Sarah Cotter Smith. Malama Mutale Sokoni. Teresa Sosa. Cheyenne Michelle Soul. Samba Amadou Tijan So. Anthony Stephen Stage. Daniel Bacall Stagliano. Lucinda Lifa Joel Stadema. Rebecca Faye Stauffer. Steele John Steffi. Mark David Stillwell. Thomas Robert Strotterman. William Daniel Strominger. Sarah Strupp Levitsky. Jofia Marta Zegletage. Elena Alexandria Thomas. Simone Thomas Owens. Tet Pai Thu. Kevin Tian. Rebel Jane Elizabeth Todd Hunter. Joshua Tokman. Savannah Danielle Tomasella. Asia Turowa. Angelina Torsha. Diego Alfonso Tirado Gonzalez. Joshua Emilio Torres. Destiny Michelle Towns. Cassidy Ray Troy. Alexander Ransom True. Lauren Mary Trumbull. Taylor Barbara Tursick. Timon Vanderbeek. Daniel James Van Eck. Tanya Michelle Von Renessa. Leslie McKinnon Vandemark. Madeline Claire Churchill Vandenberg. Benjamin Stewart Vanderlyn. Rishi Verma. Marissa Lynn Vogt. Jana Wagner. Josie Weisbrot. Nathan Patrick Walker. Sana Blessing Warner. Ladell Eugene Weaver-Lilly. Julia Russ Webster. Gavin Bergman Wenzel. John Anton Westwig. Andrew Joseph Wheeler. Catherine Angela White. Xavier Anthony White Pettis. Hannah Rose Wiederkrantz. Alex Wood Wolzanski. Andrew Woods Esty. Eponine Wu. Kiera Michelle Yancey. Elizabeth Susquehanna Yearsley. Oisun Yoon. Kayla Rebecca Young. Jesse Yuen. Lindsay Yuen. Owen Lee Shang.
The Las Vegas odds that I was going to make it through this ceremony without crying were well stacked against me. And because this is a school function, you can't exchange money if you lost that bet tonight. But I want to close with a few closing remarks. Families, on behalf of Ithaca High School, I want to thank you for your constant partnering to help make our high school the community that it is. Seniors, we wish you all the best. You've left your mark at Ithaca High School. Be well, and with that, it's my pleasure to make the following announcement. That the Ithaca High School class of 2015 is officially graduated. Thank you and be safe.
Thank you.